because this is a CSR conference and we being an industry conglomerate, we also have a role in contributing to the society, which is why for our CSR conference, along with the memento, we also give a certificate of grassroots, which means that there are saplings planted in the name of each of the guests out here in one of the forests across India. So that's our contribution to the society. So there's a certificate from grassroots to be presented to the guest, please. 10 trees. And it's one of the forests there in India. Sorry. I would request Mr. Advani to kindly deliver his welcome address, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. On behalf of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to welcome Honorable Minister of Industries, Sri Subhash Desai, our chief guest for the inaugural event. When we met to invite him for the program, he readily agreed. He said, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, I'm coming. And very thankful to him. Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, Director General, CEO, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, who's the architect of the CSR Act and the new companies bill passed, and who has come all the way from Delhi to be with us and discuss CSR policy in this conference. I welcome him for sparing his valuable time to be with us again. Thank you. I'd like to mention that about Ambassador Jonathan Adelton, Mission Director of the U.S. Agency for International Development, who has just returned from the U.S. trip and will be joining us shortly from Delhi. I do welcome all the key speakers and panelists and all the other distinguished invitees and participants and friends and media. Started by Ambassador Chester Bowles, along with industry leaders and visionaries like Mr. S.L. Kirloskar, Mr. Arunachalam, Mr. H.P. Nanda, Mr. Ambalal Kilachand, Mr. Harish Mahindra, Mr. Frederick Fowles, and Mr. John R.S. Sims, the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, which was established in 1968, is the apex bilateral chamber synergizing India-US economic engagement. Today, ISCC has pan-India presence with 2,400 members at 12 locations representing cross-sections of US and Indian industry. It's our third annual conference on corporate social responsibility, 2016, quoting CSR Today, Issues, Challenges, and New Paradigms. A conference aimed at acquainting and orienting all the participants on the corporate social responsibility rules that have come into force under Section 135 of the Companies Act 2013. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has released a number of amendments, notes, and FAQs since April 1, 2014, when the Act came into force, to clarify the various provisions and make it easier for corporate India to do their duty. Most companies that come under the CSR demand criteria will be undertaking CSR projects for the first time, and collective opportunity to change India and the lives of billions is an exciting, if daunting, goal. Designing and implementing CSR activities will always be a balancing act for corporates. Maximum impact and least spends. More importantly, the Act requires them to be seen, quotation mark, as doing good. It is natural for a company to undertake a project in the regional area in which it operates. Our company, Advani Hotels and Resorts India Limited, which operates the 5-star Ramada Caravella Beach Resort, is helping schools in Goa to build toilets for the girl child. Our Prime Minister has rightly taken the initiative to encourage industrialists to build more toilets and keep our cities clean. While education and basic health care for all has been a goal since independent India, many parts of the country remain untouched by the light of education and languish due to the lack of health care. Education has far-reaching results, and one of the main components related to the benefits or lack thereof is health care. Access to beneficial utilization of resources is associated with higher levels of education. A learned person can appreciate the importance of good health behavior. India faces a very unique challenge of trying to cover almost 1.2 billion people with limited infrastructure, limited trained doctors and medical equipment that is mostly located in the cities. We are proud and happy that India has become the first country in the world to implement CSR through legislation. The US is one of our biggest strategic partners. More US companies are aligning sustainability disclosure with global standards, even though there is no legislation in the US requiring them to spend on CSR. The amount of money spent by Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation and other philanthropists is much larger than spent by industrialists in India. We hope that many countries, especially in the developing ones, will take a cue from India and introduce CSR activities in their countries as well. India has taken the right and forward-looking decision. It is all for us, the corporate government bodies and the NGOs, to work sincerely with dedication to implement this. It is especially a tremendous opportunity for the NGOs who are already involved in social activities like education, healthcare, to take forward their activities. India is the youngest nation in the world in terms of its demographic profile. By 2021, the proportion of working age population is expected to be 64%. We have the largest young population in the world. By 2020, the average age of an Indian will be 29 years, 8 years younger than an American or a Chinese. Young entrepreneurs in India are more than willing to contribute to the social agenda of the country. There are many active groups of youths on the social media promoting philanthropic and socially oriented causes. Channelizing the youth power and CSR activities will help us improve the standards of living of our people and build a better future. With educated youth, excellent communication network, robust infrastructure, and attraction for Mumbai and investors, we can soar higher on development. The new CSR policy promises to create many job opportunities for the youths in the social sector, thereby creating a win-win situation for all. I'm sure this conference will be very interesting and beneficial to all the delegates who are here today. We're privileged to have a galaxy of the dignitaries as our speakers and panelists who have achieved tremendous success in their chosen field. I give my best wishes, and I'm sure the conference will be successful. I once again welcome you all. Thank you very much.